Self-deprecating humor is one of the most common types of jokes I hear, and I think I speak for many when I say I'm not the only one who can relate to that statement. Now, don't get me wrong, acknowledging your flaws is good, if anything beneficial, as we can reflect on them to make ourselves a better person. And I personally don't think there's anything wrong with self-deprecating jokes every now and then. Sometimes we just need to laugh at ourselves, and that's okay. But oftentimes, we tend to focus more on our flaws than our strengths, and a reason for this could be the fact that we live with our flaws. As a result, we may pay more attention to them than others might, especially if said flaws are physical. And we're typically a lot more harder on ourselves than we really should be, and as we pay more attention to the problems we think we may have, our self-confidence may suffer. While some flaws like, for example, procrastination, getting a task that's due in a week and waiting until the night before to do it, are ones we should try to work on, we tend to believe that all flaws are horrible, and that we'll never be able to grasp the ambiguous and subjective idea of perfect. Well, I say to heck with trying to be perfect. Perfect is so undefinable, so ambiguous. My definition of perfect could be totally different than my neighbor's definition of it. Heck, my definition of perfect could change in an hour from now. This can be said with flaws too. I might call my smile or my height a flaw, while others might call it flawless. I'm thinking, maybe instead of trying to fit ourselves into perfect and flawless, while aimlessly trying to define it, we should worry about being our best selves that we can be. And you know what defines who you are? Your so-called flaws and your strengths. So, while we work on making ourselves better, fixing our bad habits, learning new skills, and trying new things, we should take time to appreciate how much we've grown and who we are. And I know it's easier said than done, and sometimes you might need that push to think more highly about yourself. And that push can come from anywhere. Your family, or in this case, your friend, who tries to get you looking all spiffy for a student government speech in front of the whole school.
So, as you know, I'm running for class president.
Mm-hmm.
And I need help for when I go give my speech.
Yeah, sure, I can help. I've dabbled in public speaking a few times.
Thanks. But the issue isn't actually the speech itself.
I'm sure they can lower the microphone down to your height, buddy.
No, it's not that either. I need help with how presentable I look when I'm giving the speech. Because we all know nobody's going to vote for me for class president if I end up looking like I just woke up.
I get that, but I think you'll be fine just as you are.
Yeah, no. If I want to win, things have gotta change.
Well, alright. Where to first?
And done.
That's it? That's all you're gonna do?
What else is there for me to do? Your hair is perfectly fine. Come back in 2 weeks. Maybe.
You can't do anything else?
Not unless you want me to shave you bald.
Never mind. It's fine. Come on, Ugo. Let's go.
Before you go, that'll be $18.
So what now, Mr. Perfect Hair?
I'm buying a wig.
Giefis, that's not...
It's totally necessary. I have to look good, remember? This doesn't pass as good. It looks like trash.
The barber literally just said it looks fine. If the student body is going to elect someone primarily based on looks, they shouldn't be voting. We need to worry more about your speech and less about your hair.
You're right. Instead, we'll get a wig and stop worrying about it. Then, we move on to clothing and facial issues. How's this?
You would never wear that.
Maybe if I didn't hate myself as much as I do, I would have done myself a favor and wore a suit like this ages ago. Let me see how I look in the mirror. Ew! I've looked like this all day and no one planned on telling me? I don't look too bad. This suit almost makes me seem smart. Oh, that reminds me. Should I go buy glasses along with the suit?
Giefis, none of us wear glasses.
Oh yeah, you hate drawing those, don't you? Well, that can change.
What? No, listen. At this rate, you're going to end up looking like a totally different person.
That's the goal.
But it shouldn't be. You're completely changing who you are. Look, I get it. You're not confident in your own skin yet, and you think that changing all these things that make you you is going to help, but you're just pushing yourself farther away from the truth. I mean, you can always do something here or there, but come on, this is not necessary. We literally went to the library and checked out a book called How to Completely Change Yourself for Dummies and Insecure Folk Alike.
I promise you have nothing to worry about. Besides, we still have one last errand to run.
And what's that?
Lastly, my face.
What?
This studio can manipulate my facial features for a fraction of the cost of plastic surgery. They can remove blemishes, give me facial hair. Heck, they can even extend my nose.
You don't even have a nose. None of us do.
That's why I need to get one. so I can smell the fear in the competition. Now then, let's head inside.
No, Geefus, I'm not going, and you shouldn't either. You're becoming a completely different person, and I'm not going to stand for it.
That's okay. You can stand for it during my standing ovation.
I'm leaving.
Alright, don't be late to my speech.
And now for the last student running for class president, Geefus Lom.
This will be interesting.
7 years ago, the people who built this school had only wanted one thing: a healthy environment for students and staff to learn and grow in. And as I look around at the several faces half asleep, I know that there is still much more work to be done toward achieving that dream. I have ideas that can get the school back on track, from study groups to traffic lights in the hallway. I promise to be clear, transparent, and be 100% real in my efforts to accommodate the student body and efforts to accommodate. I promise. How can I be saying I'll be real while being completely fake about my own self? Geefus, you be yourself. You gotta stop faking. No, don't listen to them. They won't vote for you if you stop. You lose it all. You can't keep hiding forever, but you can totally try.
Geefus, why have you stopped? Are you done?
I'm not. I stopped because I can't do this.
Wig snatched.
My name is Geefus Long, and like most of us at our age, I'm still finding myself. I'm figuring out who I am, who I want to be, and how I want to get there. But as I was trying to figure this out, I began to change myself. And while I was doing that, I really lost who I was. I can't run for president, saying I know what's best for the school, when I don't even know what's best for myself yet. But if there's one thing I do know, it's that I shouldn't have to live up to a ridiculously high expectation to get somewhere in life. There's so many rules society puts on girls and boys on how they should look, and those rules consume us in the worst time possible, while we're already busy trying to figure out who we are. I know now that I shouldn't change myself to meet some out-of-reach expectation, or crazy definition of perfect. With time and patience, I'll grow into the best me I can be, and if I can do it, then I know the school can too. So help me make our school the greatest it can be. Thank you for having me, and let's see what we can accomplish. Ugo!
Geefus, good job on your speech.
It's all thanks to you. I shouldn't have been as hard on myself as I was. I ended up lying to myself, and you were trying to get me to snap out of it the whole time. But after realizing my own words were hypocritical, I had an epiphany.
Yeah, I know. I was there. I saw it. Anyway, I think it paid off based on the sound of everyone clapping. You'll be elected for sure, no doubt.
I sure hope so. I think it's safe to say I won, especially when you consider my campaigning methods.
What methods?
Each poster I put up had coupons you could tear off.
Coupons for...
50% off! How to completely change yourself for dummies and insecure folks alike.
Opaque.